All right, we're live.
Yes, we're live. We live. All right, but I don't see anyone here, but it doesn't matter. They'll show up.
Is it working on the other ones?
It's working on DLive. It's working on Twitch. Yay! I don't know why it didn't work in the first place. That's weird, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We're here now. Yeah. All right. So tell me, what's going on in Sydney? What's happening with your channel? You sort of did like a relaunch. Now you have more people assisting you guys. So tell us how your channel started and what it's turning into, or what you want it to become, what it seems to be turning into.
We just did potentially the worst relaunch of the history of relaunches.
Oh, you did?
We're going to have to relaunch the relaunch.
We have to relaunch the relaunch. So basically, the channel started off with us doing a bunch of different content. Then we still kind of, to this day, do a bunch of different content from, sports, vox pops to like more serious political interviews to vlogs.
Yes.
And some of those vlogs were under the influence. Then our next video will be us talking to like a parliamentarian or whatever.
Yeah.
And just kind of things that we find interesting or that we have fun with that we make. Now, over the past few months, we all got very busy in trying to launch some businesses, which we started making some videos about called Building an Empire. That's loud for me. Is that loud for you guys? Alex is anyway.
What are you asking?
No, nothing. I was just checking that the chips eating wasn't too loud. And,
no, it's not. Yeah.
And so then we started making some videos on that, and we went to relaunch kind of a podcast series again, like a one-on-one interview series. And so basically we did the first one with Joel, but we had a terrible time with the mics. They kept disconnecting and reconnecting and stuff. So what we actually got to do in the next couple of weeks, which is what we're planning for, is we got to drop some money on getting like a roadcaster set with like a few different microphones on it and a roadcaster.
Cool.
To actually make sure that all our audio we don't have these issues with. And so then I'm gonna be taking that interview series back to once a week. I got a few ideas for people I want. You might be able to get a feature on there if you're lucky, Dia. And
I'm definitely coming on.
And then we got NRL back next week. So is Eels Fan TV come back?
It's on next week.
It's on the next week.
The trial games are on, but I thought the actual games don't start so much. But Eels Fan TV will be back. Basically, the best thing about the NRL, so that will be back. Talking to the salt of the earth people at Parramatta. We're also going to be going out to South Sydney and West Tigers, Fiona. So strap in for that, because once you go that far out, there's a couple less teeth and a couple more bogans. So that's what we're operating with. It's gonna be great TV.
Nice. Sounds good.
And Andy's been making some videos as well about dating advice. Adults dating advice.
Yeah, I actually saw some of those. Yeah, and I'm very good about sharing content. I always make sure to share at least one of your videos monthly, because I forget to share all of them and then people get bombarded. But I'm always careful. Say that again?
Do you have it written down on your calendar to share our stuff?
Well, I do make sure that I share it frequently. Let's say that then. I can't do all. Yeah, no, I think we have to help each other. I actually find it a little bit rude when someone doesn't help you, especially if you think that particular video is really, really worth it. Like my latest video on masks, I'm so proud of it. So I'm trying to circulate the BitChute equivalent of it, because obviously I can't share the YouTube one because it was removed because YouTube found it offensive, but what else? It's fine.
I don't think we shared that one, did we? Is that are you getting angry at us, Dia?
No. I didn't. No, it's fine. I don't expect people to just share it, but it's fine. So tell us how this became a family affair. Like Fiona's always been like the editor behind the scenes, and you two decided to learn Chinese, and now you two make a channel, and then you have little Andy who just tags along. No, just kidding. But like,
No, legit.
No, I was joking.
He just tags along. He's in it for the clout.
He's in it for the clout.
Yeah, tonight's a perfect example, Dia. Tonight's a perfect example. Got some work to do. Commitment's been made. Where is he?
He tried. He tried several times. He was here earlier than you guys. He just was in a really bad internet spot.
Right. So if you know you're going on an interview, is it better to be in a good internet spot or going off your 3G iPhone 5S?
I don't believe in pylons. It's not nice. As a target of a pylon, I don't believe in pylons. So
pylons can be constructive if directed properly.
Well, with siblings. Oh my gosh, how did Andy know? Andy's here, but it won't work. I bet.
Yep. There we go. I can't wait to see his mug frozen again, like the last 6 times. It's either loading or frozen.
It's loading. Are you guys okay? So are you guys like how close in age are all of you? Obviously, Alex, you're the eldest.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Working internet.
Finally got onto him. He's at the Epping pub bathroom.
He's in a mug shot. Yeah.
It's frozen.
Dog.
Yeah, just kick him out. Not enough.
No, it's moving again. It's moving again.
Why are we slapping this dead horse? Let's get him out.
All right.
Alex is 24. Dougal is 21. Andy and I are 19. Is Dougal 22?
You're still a teenager.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm 22, you big idiot.
So
going in 23 as well, quietly.
What did you say?
I'm almost 23.
Wow, you're all so young.
How old are you, dear?
You're young, aren't you?
I'm 33. I'm as young as I feel. Thank you. It's the Latino gene.
Dear, you know what Ross Cameron would ask you now?
I speak to your dad.
He says, when are you going to get married?
He's not wrong. Your dad is not wrong. Your dad and I have been texting, and then I found out something about Dougal.
What'd you find out?
I don't know if I can say it publicly, so I won't.
Of course you can.
Come on.
Okay.
As of 4 weeks ago, you're single again.
I was single as about 3 months ago. But I only told
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. I misunderstood. He probably said that, and I just didn't read it out. But anyway, your dad and I were texting, and then he goes, "So, you still after my son?" I'm like, "So, that's so embarrassing that I've noticed the girl who's in love with Dougal."
Well, I mean, I think it might be public. I think it might be very public.
It's pretty public.
You guys know I got a soft spot for you, dear.
Well, I mean, my God, you've let me sleep at your house. You guys have let me use that back wall as a backdrop for an interview. You guys have been very kind to me, and I've always appreciated it.
So, Dee, you got a boyfriend on the horizon, or what's happening?
Hopefully, I'm moving to Sydney. I'm no longer willing to stay in Wagga Wagga. It's so boring. I want to be able to work, be around civilization, hang out with you guys and other friends that I have there from Kentucky that I made years ago. Like I don't want to be here. Only I want to.
Kentucky tour.
I did. I've been on a Kentucky tour, and I have all these friends from Sydney that are from that era. I don't know if they
did you. Sounds like.
Did you get up to
not very conservative? It sounds like a very liberal thing to do.
It was a liberal thing to do. I didn't do anything naughty. In fact, the girl that I went overseas with went for the guy that I was keen on. But I realized in a Kentucky tour, when you're on a Kentucky tour, you're gonna make friends for life, but you're not gonna meet your husband there. That's what
they say. Leave your Bible at the wharf.
My Bible's right here. See?
Yeah.
It's Spanish. I don't read it. I mean, if I read my Bible, I read an English one because yes, my Spanish is fluent, but it's not perfect.
Dia, here's my question.
Oh, okay. This is like an you guys are interviewing me. Okay, go. What is it? What is it, Alex?
Are too many girls leaving it too late to find their husband?
Yes. In my case, I was just too shy, and I think the religiousness part of me took over too much, and I got too scared. If I had gotten accidentally pregnant by now, I wouldn't be in this mess. If I had been more liberal about sex. Like, I almost wish that, like, because most women these days end up becoming mothers because they end up getting pregnant and then they're like, oh, well, I might as well keep it. Yay. That's how Jessica Alba got her family. It's like not the story that it used to be. It's not get married, then have a baby. It's, oops, I accidentally got pregnant, rush wedding, and then the baby ends up not being illegitimate. It just kind of works out. And I almost wish I had been in that scenario like 7 years ago. So there.
What's a good age to get married?
26, 27, 28. For a guy, maybe early 30s. What do you guys reckon?
55?
Weren't you illegitimate?
No. You were. Look at the colour of your hair.
No, but
no one in our family's got red hair.
That's true, but you should listen to your dad, and then I listen to Dougal. Like when they're on the phone, they sound like the same person. They're so the same.
IQ.
You
So
both
what was that,
have
Fiona?
long pauses when you speak, both of you.
But do you know what was funny? When I spoke to your dad the first time I was going to interview him, he rang me because he was a little bit scared about like the technology that was going to be used, and he wanted to know exactly what was going to be used, how easy it is to use, and all that kind of stuff. And I made sure to tell him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you sound so much like Dougal. And then he goes, oh no, maybe he sounds a whole lot like me. He just said it so suave. It sounded just like Dougal. I could not stop laughing. It was just so funny. Yeah, but anyway, sorry.
He takes some of his humour from me.
Easily.
You've got to teach him how to keep up with the young cats.
Yeah, it was just funny. But yeah. Well, what about you, Fiona? What did you do? Like, did you study? Did you go to school for editing, or are you just really good at it?
Stop it.
No, you are. You're better than I am. You're a better editor than I am. I know that.
Thank you.
But, yeah.
So I just went to school, and then I did like a subject. What's that subject? Multimedia, where you learn a bit about like editing stuff. But my friend and I, Catherine, we had a YouTube channel when tweens probably, and that's when I started to really like editing. So I just did it for fun for a long time, and then the boys asked me to edit their CHP videos, and then that's how it started.
Because how did you go?
I was going to ask you, are you going to get some editing qualification or something, or are you going to go get some higher education at some stage?
Me or Fiona?
Fiona.
Yeah, go. I want to know that too.
Probably, maybe.
You know, but if you're self-taught and you're already doing as well as you are, you might just need to do a couple of online little things. But I mean, if you want to pay for the education, you can do that too. She has a job.
No, I mean, like, would you ever go do some? Oh, anyway, there's probably an internal chat for the family, but
aren't you doing like professional editing already, Fiona, for someone?
She's doing it for us.
No, I know, but I thought she was doing it for someone else.
She gets asked to do stuff all the time.
Didn't Emma Eros hook you up to someone?
Yeah. So I actually had a meeting about that.
Was that a secret? Yeah.
No, that was right. She set me up with I'm making some promotional videos for like a construction company or something.
Yeah.
And Kareem Barraclough is going to that as well to do journalist stuff or something.
Yeah.
And you did CPAC, didn't you, Fiona?
CPAC?
Yeah, she did CPAC stuff. Yeah.
So although that is an illegitimate organisation, I would say, Fiona, you did some legitimate work there.
For sure, I reckon.
But
yeah, I think.
I'm saying for the reasons that we both know between these four walls. Yeah. But Fiona is doing really well. I don't know why Dougal's all of a sudden decided he's going to be
picking on
Mr.
her.
Himlick. But good work, Fiona. Very proud of you.
Oh, what a good big brother.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay, I want to ask you guys.
She's doing well. She's joined up at Curves in Parramatta. Isn't that right?
What?
Curves gym.
The gym.
Yeah. Further fitness.
Oh, sorry.
Curves. You're so
Are you drunk? Curves.
No, I thought that's what it was called. Maybe that's the one Andy's joined up to.
Maybe. So wait, who do you guys like? Do you guys have a favorite? Are you two closest because you're the closest in age, and because you're a twin, are you close to Andy? Or do you have other favorites? Or are you each good at something different? Like if you were really sad, would you go to Andy? Or if you were really sad, would you go to Alex or Dougal to comfort you? Like which
Is this a question directed at me?
Yes.
Okay, so Andy and I are
You're twins.
Probably the closest in a lot of ways. Mainly we know the same memes, so we get all the references, and we have like friends.
They also do really weird, nice stuff for each other.
And they have twin powers.
They have twin powers.
Do you have twin powers? Do you have the same dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so you know when either of them eats something, the other one can taste it, and so you'll get like dinner or something, and Andy will eat something and Fiona will be like, "Oh, that's pretty good actually," and then Andy will taste whatever Fiona's having. Yeah.
So they only ever have to order half of what they need, so they just try to what the other person's got, and then we get food envy. And then we get food envy.
That's awesome. All right. Well, okay. So you wouldn't go. What would you go to Alex for, and what would you go to Dougal for? You personally, Fiona.
I've gone to Alex for emotional support before, maybe like once, I think.
Was he good, or was he just like there?
He was very good. He actually had some good advice. I think. That was nice. And then Dougal is who I'd go for some career motivation or
that's funny to me. Sorry.
Some educational purposes.
Yeah, we hustling.
Every day we hustling. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm a family man. Going to bring my family up with me on my path to success.
Well, what about you, Dougal? What would you go to Fiona for, and what would you go to Alex for? I'm excluding Andy simply because he's not here.
I go to Fiona when I've got a dumb joke I want to say, because I know Fiona's going to laugh at it. Fiona's the easiest to make laugh out of all of the family.
That's so cute. Me too, Fiona. I have a very simple sense of humor too. And Alex, your big bro.
Alex and I, when Alex was the person who I'd talk about like politics and stocks with, because stocks only go up, so we got to jump in on that.
It stonks.
And I talked to Andy about disciplinary issues and not showing up for things.
Personal development.
No, I talked to Andy about memes and basketball, and what I love to do is Andy's very serious about like basketball and what he thinks is basketball analysis. So I'll just say something which is obviously not true and just
to trigger him
and just start arguments with him.
And it works every time.
That's a favorite pastime of mine.
Does he always buy it every time?
Well, because you have to make it serious enough where he thinks you're being serious.
If you listen to the early raps that we did, there was a fair bit of basketball content on there, and you'll see what happens. You'll see exactly that type of thing.
Oh, that's good. All right. And so what is coming for your channel? Are you guys going to do more?
Should I give advice? I don't know.
Oh, sorry. And Alex, sorry. What do you go to Fiona for? Sorry, yeah, that's true. I did that by accident. Alex, who do you go? What do you go to Fiona for? What do you go to Dougal for? What do you go to Andy for?
Sorry, can I interrupt really quickly? Can everyone go look at the comments section? Just the bottom two.
What? Rough crew? Oh, and yo, N.
Yo, N. So.
Sorry, continue, Alex.
Alex, how much do I pay you to say the N word?
Do you know in Chinese? In Chinese, I swear when I'm like around, when I'm doing my temp job, which I won't divulge on camera what it is, I hear people speaking Mandarin going, "Ni go ran," and it's like, what? What did they say? It's really funny. I'm sure it meant "ni." I know is you. I don't know what "ge" is. But Gerger, I think, is sister or something. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, they do say that word all the time.
The N-I and then the G-E?
Nega. Nega red. Yeah, they do say that.
These people are all related. They're very Aryan looking. I'll take the blonde. And the ginger with the long hair. How much do they cost? I have some no scratching posts for them. What do you mean you have a scratching post for them? What do you mean, Rev? Rev, that's not very nice.
Also, a very strange comment, just in general.
Yeah, he's not normal. Anyway,
Continue.
Alex, what would you go to Dougal for? Stocks?
Dukes and I go for high-level political chat, which degenerates normally into something like an ongoing joke or something like that. That's normally what we start off with. General business development stuff.
Chicks.
I don't go to him for that, but
You have different taste in women, though, don't you? Or not really? Is it the same?
I
Uh-oh.
tend to like more beautiful girls.
His women rank.
I don't talk about women like that, do you?
My apologies. I stand corrected. I respect that. Well done. All right. And what do you go to Fiona for? Your beautiful blonde Aryan sister.
Fiona and I normally have good content discussions, like about and editing discussions. Like Fiona's like good for getting the vision, you know, understanding what we're like telling the story for all our content. Fiona basically understands what we need to do now. So I don't really actually have to do that much getting advice or anything with her.
The other thing we go to Annie and Fiona for is when we want information on the other twin, and they love to snitch on each other to us.
There's no loyalty.
You know you do. You know both of you do.
That's hilarious.
Apparently the ginger has a pro-China leaning.
Yeah, I think Pissy Leaks Pete been with us for a while. He's a long-term man. I appreciate that.
Pete's a good guy. I think he thinks you're a Chinese stooge, though. Oh no, maybe he defends
a lot of your audience
you on
does.
that.
I think a lot of your
a lot of your audience needs to develop a little bit of historical understanding and probably just engage their brain a bit more, probably
on what specifically
on the China issue.
I would probably agree a little bit on that, but I don't know enough about China. Like I made a response video defending.
Yeah, you did. That was real nice.
Thank you. Yes, well, it was funny, and I didn't have anything against the other guy. The other guy might have well been right with some of the arguments. What I liked was the way that Dougal understands the art of debate. Something I'm still I'm not very good at debates at all. In fact, I prefer to moderate them because I'm not good at them. But I can watch a debate and be like, oh, I know what he did there. I know what that person did there, sort of thing. And Dougal will just, you crushed it. It was good.
Well, thank you very much. It was it was less of a debate. It was more like it was more a playground.
Mr. Dave Lee?
Yeah.
Couple of gotchas though.
Oh, Mr. Reed.
It was like it was like a playground playground stitch up or a playground comebacks match a little bit. And anyway, I'll leave that there. I don't want to say anything bad about my man.
Yeah, check out the video. We did it on our Instagram. We did a funny little montage of Dave Reed doing Dave Reed things.
I think I saw it, yeah. I remember. Yeah, no, I remember that. No, I do remember that. Okay, now all of you are attracted to women. So what is it? Do you guys, what is your ideal woman? Dougal, I already know your answer. It's like oriental and petite, right? Or
looking for a Colombian with some assets.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Nah, what do I want? I don't know. If you got it, you got it. If you got it,
I want each of you to answer. Sorry, keep going.
I don't really have like an ideal woman. I mean, there's different archetypes I like. I like the kind of Eastern European supermodel look. I don't mind, a bit of Oriental action. There's some of those Latinas who I could get around. The only thing that the woman who I struggle with the most in terms of being attracted to is Australian. Like white Australian. I just find them often hard to talk to. Not like, well, a lot of them, fantastic, but just I've had a lot more fun when I've been overseas with, talking to other types of girls.
Fair enough. That's good to know. His standard, moves up and down. So I have a chance. I'm just kidding. Alex.
Oh, dude, you've definitely got a chance. You've been seeing what he's been bringing around this place recently.
I'm too old for him. No, I'm too old for him. I know that. I just like to play with the flirtation.
I guarantee the age ain't an issue either, dude.
Alex.
If only Andy was here. Andy's probably the only one who's gone older.
Oh, has he? What's the oldest he's gone? Like 10 years above? 8 years above?
More than
Let's
that,
just say they get a discount. They get a discount at McDonald's for their coffee every morning.
A senior citizen?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you should be outing your brother like this. He's not here to defend himself.
Well, that's exactly why he gets the treatment. So happens when you don't show up to events.
That's awesome.
It's one of those kangaroo courts, one of those show trials.
Stop it. Okay, Alex, what's your favorite?
Oh, good question. Oh, look, I'm pretty relaxed, but I mean, dream woman, Gal Gadot, she gets a tick.
She's a hot Jew. Yeah, she's Wonder Woman. For those who don't know who.
Also, Sofia Vergara gets a gig.
Colombian woman.
That's older.
That is older.
But she's timeless. She's timeless. But then, I also don't mind a bit of like Lucy Liu action. I can go the whole spectrum. Lucy Liu, vintage, Charlie's Angels type of thing.
What about like Sudanese, where you can't?
Yeah, no dramas.
I dated Miss Sudan for a while.
I know, yeah. I knew that. I remember that.
Just throw that out there in reference to the Sudan dating commentary.
You bring this up once a month. It's not a surprise you would bring that up.
Fiona, what's your ideal woman? And then we'll go to men for you, and we can't do that with Dougal Alex.
Okay.
Is it me? Just kidding.
Well, yeah, first it's Dia, and then it goes on to I like less girly girls.
Oh, you're the dykeish type? Like the butchish girl? Then you might as well just go a man, dude. What's the point?
No, I think she's saying she doesn't like them butch. She just likes them that, they don't wash their hands and stuff, like that type of thing.
Shut up.
Okay, and when you've gone for guys, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like the nice Clark Kent looking guy or the, Spider-Man looking guy? Like, what's your type for men?
My type varies very often.
I don't want to hear this.
I don't want to hear this. Can we skip this question?
Can we skip this?
Okay.
Your type.
Fiona, your type is going to school and working.
Oh, how cute! Your brothers love you so much.
You're not old enough to have a type.
Yes, you're not old enough. It's funny how they're okay with you being with a woman, but not with a man. How funny, how sweet. I suppose that's cute in a way. What about Andy? What does Andy like? Oriental as well, like the rest of you? Well, like the two of you, Dougal and Alex?
Andy did bring home someone Oriental one time, but just as friends.
Just as friends. Andy likes the type of girl that he can't get with.
The one who's in a relationship already is his type.
Yeah. That's actually a true fact. Andy's nickname, he's going to get out of here because he doesn't know how to show up to commitments. Andy's nickname is Ethical Grey Area Cameron because he's like James Bond. He doesn't date girls unless they got a boyfriend or a husband.
I'm sorry, this is so much fun. All right. Okay, let me ask a serious question so we're not all just being silly. What is each of
some Aussie famous white family or just Dia's friends? Long-haired Ginger interviewed Dia years ago when she was kind of chubbed out.
I was chubbier than I am now. I'm so skinny now. So skinny.
Oh, but then he started swooping on Fiona, so then that comment goes from a 9.5 funny to a 4 real quick.
What is each of your personal relationship with the concept of a relationship with God? Is there a God? Is there not a God? Each of you, I would like to hear you answer this. It doesn't matter who goes first.
I'm going to hear Fiona go. Take it off, yeah?
Yeah, go.
All right, go Fiona. Do you believe in a God?
I don't personally believe in a God. I believe that there's possibly like a higher power, but I don't see it as like a person kind of thing. But I enjoy the idea of religion because I think that it gives a lot of people a kind of purpose in their life, even though I think people should find their purpose from inside. But it helps to guide a lot of people, even if it's down the wrong track.
Such a guru.
Appreciate that they find some sort of pleasure out of it.
Okay. Dougal or Alex?
I reckon I'm not fussed either way. I don't really have a strong inclination either way. Like, I think, there are things, it's easy to explain things you don't understand with God, but at the same time, if like realistically, would you even ever be able to know for sure? Unlikely. So like, I wouldn't spend that much energy on it, considering it's almost impossible to prove or disprove. So,
Dougal?
I lean towards yes, but it's not like I lean towards the Jordan Peterson style, not like the
Christian.
not the
Sunday school version
where God is like the universe and how the universe interacts with each other and how you can like align yourself with it. But I don't know. I don't really believe in like a outer space type of God. I think it's just, I think the kingdom of heaven exists in your brain or in your mind.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask. Wow, I can really hear myself. The reason I asked was because I remember a little video you guys sent through to this channel, Resolute TV, and what your little Christmas message was really nice, and you mentioned Jesus Christ, so I felt like there was a healthy respect for Christ that you two at least had. Dougal and
we're
Alex.
not out beating up Christians or anything like that, like unless they say something smart. But
I do like Jesus as a role model. I think he's a good role model.
No, it's not like a war. It's not like a warlord or anything like that.
No, that's a different religion.
I didn't know.
I did news to me.
What religion is that there?
The religion of peace.
Christianity?
No, Christianity is not a religion of peace. I don't think it's ever claimed that title.
They ain't mostly peaceful, aren't they, the Christians?
They are, but they're also really cucked. Christians need to do a little bit more, not war, but need to be a lot harder because of Christians today, Christians today have allowed the left and allowed evil things. Like, for example, today we admire people that don't deserve our admiration, people who are actually bad. We've been tricked into believing people like Nelson Mandela are good guys and that Gandhi is like an amazing guy. And
Nelson.
Huh?
I said, what's wrong with Nelson?
Nelson Mandela was a terrorist. See? You're not.
He did blow some shit up. That's what he went to jail for.
Yeah. I mean, he might have become good. He might have become good after. That's completely possible. But he killed plenty of white people, plenty of black people in shopping centers, and his wife, her name was Winnie.
Discriminate.
That's
the main
true.
thing.
That's the main
thing.
thing.
He was a racist.
I do think he became good after he was released from prison, but I don't think he did particularly much to improve the conditions of South Africa. But that's just one person. I just found out recently that Martin Luther King was a communist, an RAPIST.
What's that spell?
I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get kicked off. What are you doing? Don't be a dickhead.
You can say that word, but you can't say the word, whatever it was that you were spelling out.
I can't say that word, no.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. I don't know. I don't want to get this channel extra flagged as well. My channel, my original channel, loses like 7 subs a day. It's really annoying. Huh?
A rapiste? That's what you're spelling, wasn't it?
Yes, correct. He uses his pianist. Did you see what I did there? That was clever. Yeah. I was proud of myself. I was proud of that one. But anyway. So what's coming?
Whose phone is that?
It's not mine. But what's next for your channel, guys? What are you guys working on? Any amazing high-profile interviews? Any more rallies? Any more protests?
Yeah.
More funny skits?
I always, I don't want to, say exactly what I'm thinking because there's always that chance we don't deliver. But I want to get quite serious about doing a weekly interview series with like high-profile people. Which will be half fun, like half serious. I'm working at Penthouse Magazine, so I'm helping them work on some podcasts and videos. So they'll be cool. They'll be even more kind of high profile. That's kind of, and then yes, I'm just working on the kind of the long-ish podcast interview videos for Carnage House and getting our audio shit and some cameras upgraded and stuff.
So that's what you're doing. And who edits that? Because Fiona's obviously helping specifically with Carnage House, CHP specifically. So who? But you're working for Penthouse as well. So who would do the editing for that? Like, how does that work?
Fiona.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Keeping it all in the family. That's exciting.
Oh, wait. For Penthouse editing or CHP editing?
No.
For Penthouse editing. We have to work it out. We haven't worked it out yet.
Fair enough. Because is that a lot for you sometimes, Fiona?
We'll see.
Is it too much for you sometimes? Are you kind of like, oh no, I have to do this for the construction company, this for Emma, this for Dougal, this for Alex? Like, is it sometimes like, oh, or is it? Are you happy to do it most of the time?
With CHP, we can't. The workload varies because sometimes we have weeks that's super busy. The past week or two, I have been not busy at all. But what happened was we hired an editor from overseas when we started the Building an Empire series because the plan was...
Yeah, I like that. I like the way those were edited.
Yeah, the plan was to release a video a day. So that means film like a video's worth every day and edit a video to upload every day. And I couldn't handle that workload. So we hired an editor from overseas who we have on standby whenever we need him.
Oh, that's good. And so who are the other people in those trailers? You guys had like extra people who are now a part of your Building an Empire. Who are they? How do you know them? And what's next with those people, with the extra team?
Yeah, so they're business partners, Abhishek and DT, but due to actually the... Yeah, Abhishek, big Abby. But due to kind of what we realized is that because we work on a few different businesses, that a bunch of the information ended up being like quite confidential.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. So when you're actually working with brands, it's like a big updating, or you're close to doing a deal or something like that. It's like a big, exciting kind of thing for the business, but you actually can't tell with anyone. And so we thought we'd be able to document the business building process. But the past couple of months, there's been a lot of, basically most of the information, it's hard for us to talk about.
Because it's all confidential.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of an issue that I don't know how to resolve, but, we might get there, we might not.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope it all works out for you guys because that looked like an exciting venture that you guys were really personally excited about.
Yeah, it's cool. It's it's a fun thing. We learned a lot, made a few mistakes, and we're trying to make some damn money out here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what about so what about in terms of the more serious side of things, the more political side of things? Are you going to keep doing the type of style where you interviewed those Armenians, like where you're on the floor, or is it going to continue? Like, are you going to get out there, or are you going to continue to be doing it like a normal podcast where you hear the other voice wherever they are?
Yeah, I'd like to do, I always like the idea of doing different types of content.
Same.
Ideally though, I would be able to get some consistency in the format. So I would like to try and be getting people into our place over here because we'll have the Rode mics and the broadcaster set up. But, you know, the occasional rally or something is always fun and kind of good to go to. It's exciting. It's topical. It can get searched up as well. So it's good for the video, you know, audience reach. But, yeah, I mean, if there's like Assange rallies going on, like I would like to go to another socialist convention if I can make it in. We got kicked out of the last one we went to. Maybe some marijuana conventions and things like that. They would all be quite fun. I think there's that libertarian conference coming up in like 1 or 2 months, which I'd go to.
Yeah.
The conference you're talking about.
It's like the
LDP one.
It's like the Friedman conference or that ALS or something.
It's Friedman, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love going to those. I love meeting people, networking with people.
You can find a boyfriend there, dear.
Yeah, find a boyfriend, free market guy.
Well, at CPAC there was some kind of like nice little contenders.
What happened? Did you get their numbers or?
I got their emails, but I only got their emails to come on my channel and be interviewed. So that was the guys I was using. So.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not how you do it.
How do you do it? Teach me, Alex. Teach me your ways.
Yeah, Alex teach dear.
You definitely don't give them the email. That's for damn sure. First thing, give them the phone number or the Instagram or the Snapchat or whatever. You can't build rapport over email, especially when you start a message with like "Hi dear" or something like that. That's not how you get it going.
As per my last email.
As per the below. That's not how it goes, dear.
Sorry
Okay.
Yeah. Apologies.
You're fine, but as I said, I use the guys for my channel. That guy
Yeah,
that
but
was
then
on
what?
stage,
You bring him on 4 months later, and then what? Are you doing it over Zoom?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, to be fair. But that guy that was on stage at CPAC, he's from Perth, from Western
Andrew
Australia.
Cooper?
He's not Andrew Cooper.
Mark
I was
Latham?
No, I know who those people are. I forgot his name. Let me find it, and then I'll tell you. But I don't want to say it over the thing, because then someone else will try and grab him for an interview. You guys, I don't mind, but I don't want anyone else to grab this guy for an interview. But I'll try and find his name. Give me a second, and then I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, well, anyway, you can get your manhunt underway at the Friedman conference.
Yeah. Oh, poor Fiona. She's just like picking at her nails. She must be so bored.
I'm not. Sorry.
Well, when I come up there,
usually behind the camera.
Yeah, she's usually behind the camera. That's my point. So when
welcome to the big world.
Welcome to the big world of my notes. Here they are. Is it here? Oh, I've got their names here now. I've got your dad's one.
Who's Resolute TV? Do you know this person?
That's Dean. That's Dean.
That was
we're on the Resolute TV channel. Can you see the logo in the top right?
Sorry, I don't.
I wrote that because I have access to the channel right now, but this is Dean's channel. I just have access to it. But you guys can start asking your questions, audience. Hang on. Sorry.
Who is YouTube?
What was everyone's best moment of 2020? For me, it was figuring out how much weight I lost. I was so happy. Not that I was ever fat, reviler. I was just chubby as always. But yeah.
What was your max weight there?
My max weight was 67 kilos. I'm now 57 kilos.
57. I'm pretty sure I was 67.
What are you, Fiona?
What are you? Yeah, what are you now?
I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in like a year.
Take a guess.
I reckon she's like 60 or 59.
Maybe 70, 71?
85?
104?
Her weight would be less than mine or on par with mine, I would say.
If we asked Fiona 3 years ago, what do you reckon Fiona was then?
Were you chubbier?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, big old woman. San Antonio.
How much do you boys?
White privilege around the hips.
How much do you boys weigh?
I weigh about 78 kilos.
Alex, a little heavier. Because you're taller and older. I don't know if that's a thing.
Taller. Huge. So I'm about 90, I think.
Oh yeah.
But most of that weight is below the waist. Okay. You know the Cameron. Stop it.
Do you know the Cameron song? But do you know the Warsi? The thub? I don't know what that means.
The bow, like the bow, like
I don't know what that is. It must be some Irish or Scottish thing. What is your background? If your surname is Cameron, is that British, Irish, Scottish?
English, Scottish, and Swedish, and the last name is Scottish.
Oh, right in there. Don't worry about that.
Fiona occasionally knows some stuff.
Fiona knows some things.
Very rare.
Do you dye your hair, Fiona, or are you naturally that blonde? But you were blonde. Were you a blonde baby?
Yeah.
Or you a bald baby?
This?
Yeah.
I was blonde when I was younger.
Yes.
But now my hair's
So
basically
she mutilated her hair and her body.
Yeah.
She didn't mutilate her body. Her body looks just fine to me.
To my
I'm talking about holes. Oh, fair enough. How many holes do you have?
Next question.
Okay. Wait, do any of you have tattoos?
Yes.
But the boys don't? I don't either. Okay, next question. It's only you're sort of more adventurous with that kind of stuff. How is your basketball going, Dougal? Last time I stayed over, you were very much into basketball. Are you doing better, skill-wise?
Around the house?
Yeah, well, my basketball is better than Alex's basketball because he broke his knee playing basketball, and I'm healthy as a lettuce. And yeah, I'm going great guns, playing every Sunday.
Oh, nice.
You know, leading the team, and it's good. We are last game this Sunday, so it's going nice.
That's really good. And who did that wall? Who painted that wall in the background? Was that Fiona?
Fiona, stop yawning.
Sorry.
Yeah, Fiona painted that. It's like mushrooms and stuff because we're under the influence occasionally.
Hey, Fiona, if I get my own bedroom like in Sydney, will you paint me a painting so that I can hang it on my wall?
Yes.
Yeah, Dia, just bill it through Emma.
I'll bill it through Emma. That's right.
It's $400 a painting, Dia. It ain't cheap.
$400. I can afford $400. But then I'm just adding to the Cameron fortune, and I don't really trust you trust fund babies. No, just kidding.
Good boy.
Good point, Dia. I'm glad you got a different place to stay when you come to Sydney.
Good comment.
But you should let your fans know how much you snore.
Do I
Hear
snore?
it through the walls.
Does Dia snore?
I probably do. I have had sinus problems since I was a child.
Alex
I
snores.
remember Dia snore because I was making all types of noise in my room.
Do I really snore?
Pancakes or something. Yeah, Dia.
You know what I do? I don't know if that's true, but as in, I don't know if it's true that I actually snore.
I would have gone well in The Patriot, Jesse Bell, and in Lord of the Rings too. I would have been like fighting those guys.
The long-haired bloke, the long-haired bloke his name is Dougal.
Yeah. This is like, this hair is like they're just rocked up into like magical cities or something, and I'm there, and then the girl falls in love with me, and I win the battles. That's what I kind of look like.
Oh, that's what you need to paint. You need to paint your brother in like the scene.
Yeah, you need to paint me riding on a horse across a bridge in the background of a waterfall, about to fight a bunch of goblins or something.
Okay.
That's funny. Okay. What about here? What's this question? What's the one thing you like and hate about each other? Good question, Pissy.
Alex, you go first.
One thing I like about Fiona is her energy.
Aww.
She's always very calm and she's got a nice energy about her. I don't hate anything about Fiona. There are probably some things she needs to improve, but I don't hate anything about her.
Like what?
Name one.
Communication.
Fair.
Like what type of communication?
Like keeping us updated with where things are, as well as she's getting better at it. So no, I don't hate anything. No.
And what about Fiona? What is the one thing you love and hate about each other? You like about your brothers and hate about your brothers? Individually.
Alex, I love that you're you motivate me a lot in my work.
Oh,
You're
this is
very
so cute.
complimentary of my work to me and to other people, which is nice. One thing I dislike about you is sometimes you have a bit of a temper. A bit. Don't want to set it off. kidding. Just playing.
Dougal. I'm shit.
Your brother Dougal?
One of the things I love most about you is that when you have an idea or a goal, you always follow through. I'm not like that. I have a goal and then I just kind of get lazy, but you are very good at going through those things. One thing I dislike about you is sometimes I don't know if you're in a good mood or not. Sometimes
it's hard to read.
You're a bit hard to read. Seems like you're a bit cold sometimes, but maybe you're not.
Yeah, that's just a tactic I just generally use with women, makes them become a bit self-conscious and like, suck up to me a bit more. And I just must accidentally do it on you sometimes.
It's easier to be mean to a girl than it is to a guy. So what about you, Dougal? What's the one thing you love the most about Fiona and the thing you hate the most about Fiona? And then do your brother next to you.
Jesse Bell.
I'm not fucking red-haired, by the way. Just can we cut this shit out? I'm not red-haired. I've got.
He just got mixed up. He thought some.
No, he said red hair with a temper.
Yeah, he might have got mixed up and thought they were talking about me.
Check this out. Fair hair, homie.
That's not fair. That's brown.
It's mousy. It's mousy brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Fiona is adventurous and doesn't care that much what other people think. I like
Wish
that.
I was more like that.
I thought it was ballsy for her to get tattoos. I liked it. I appreciated that actually. That was some big dick energy from Fiona. The thing I don't like about Fiona, I think
she's a bitch.
There's not that much I dislike about Fiona. The only time I've ever thought, Fiona, you've been a bit silly is when her friend's on the phone just saying some dumbass commentary and Fiona's just letting it go. Or like when her friends just like talk about them all the time. I'm like, Fiona, you should tell them the world ain't all about them all the time. But that's the only thing. I get a bit worried about Fiona's friends. Some of them I do really like. Some of them I just don't really know. They're like real feminine, but with like a mustache and look like they want to take your wallet. So these types of in between people, the judgment's out on. Alex is. Alex went through maybe like a revolution, like maybe a year or two ago, started getting up early, doing corporate shit, not doing too much drugs, going to bed early. I do respect that. I like that. It's not for me just yet. And so it's just kind of a work ethic thing, which I liked. This is something I don't really like people doing sometimes, is when they, but I do this all the time as well. Sometimes I do like it, sometimes I don't like it. But the thing is that when people have an idea, like an idea that could be cool, and they just say like, imagine if we did this, or we did this, or we did this. It's like, yeah, that would be cool, but
how do you get it off the ground?
Yeah, it's like I'd much rather have that conversation if you did like a page of research or like a plan of action on like how you're gonna get it there, and then if it's something you actually wanted to do, like I'm happy to bounce ideas around, but in terms of having lengthy discussions, you've got to. I like sometimes Alex will come without like you want to have the discussion, but I'm like we got to plan out actually how we would do it. I gave the same advice to Dad.
So because of you, your dad is successful.
I don't know into recent time it's happened, but I just remember it's happened.
Good to know. Yeah. Any more questions in the audience? So, do you guys purposely work together? Do you guys do that intentionally because you were raised? Because I don't know if this is the wrong thing to say regarding Australian families, but I find that there's not a lot of sibling closeness among many of them. There's like a lot of distance, not hate necessarily, but a lot of distance. But you guys all seem like you're each other's best friends. Is that because you were raised that way, or because you chose it? Like you got alone and you're like, go.
I remember when we were younger, I saw the turning point in all of my brothers when they turned from being little bitches into nice, respectable men, which was nice to see. And I didn't expect it. And they all became nice to work with. And yes, so I don't think we weren't, I don't know. I don't think we were always like this, but that's like every child. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with my point. Gonna end it here.
I'm happy you put your hand up, Fiona. Took a stab at it.
I was gonna go somewhere with that.
Do you think you led that charge, Alex? Do you think you sort of, because you're the eldest, you sort of, were like, I love my brother, I love my sister, I'm going to start being less of a dick, I don't know if you were a dick, sorry. I just mean, did you all of a sudden one day become a super responsible big brother and then like Dougal followed suit and then it just became like a pattern? Because Fiona's obviously noticed the change from being, the annoying brother to the respectful, loving brother sort of thing. Did you lead that charge?
I don't know if I led the charge, but it's just a maturity thing. Like, it just kind of comes with it. If you put a little bit of time and energy into investing in yourself, a bit of personal development, then you find that other people find you easier to get along with. So it's more like a character arc than like something you deliberately, you find that if you're easy to get along with and then other people are working on themselves. Like the thing I would say about this group, us in particular, is that everyone is kind of to a certain degree consistently working on themselves and making themselves more productive and easier to get along with kind of personally, like within themselves and also for other people. So I reckon it hits like a critical mass, where it's like everyone becomes good enough and personally developed enough that they can work together, basically. So I don't think I led the charge, but obviously, I set a pretty high bar.
But Dougal clearly admires you. You're his big brother, right?
Obviously, I mean, you picked up on it. That's basically as well as everyone else does.
Oh, all right. So there's a couple of questions in the audience. Let's have a look. I'm not putting that up, Rev. They don't know that I have that, so just leave it.
Yeah, we'll go get a beer sometime at the footy, maybe. We'll go do that.
Sounds exciting.
Reg, why don't you come on Eels Fan TV when the Roosters play the Eels?
Good idea. When are you doing another?
Reg is probably scared of getting COVID. That's probably why he's staying at home.
I don't think he gives a shit about it, to be fair.
I think he does. I think he's a cat.
When are you doing another wager with them about a haircut? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who's got longer hair, Dougal or Dia?
If Dougal's hair got straightened, he might win. But my hair's getting longer.
His hair is way longer.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
of course. My hair only goes down to here.
Oh, okay. So then it's at me.
Yeah.
Did they no? And do they care to donate to the transgender kangaroos in Wollawong? What the hell? There are no kangaroos in Wollawong, and it's not Wollawong. It's Wagga Wagga, you idiot.
I think the first thing was a transgender kangaroo.
Yeah, I'm surprised they skipped past the transgender bit.
She just threw kangaroos in Wollawong.
He never gets the names of Australian cities right. He just makes them up and goes, "Oh, Wollawong," and like he just says things. It's funny.
That's a cute thing you guys discussed on your dates, or what's that?
Who? What? It's not a. He's in America. He's all the way in Florida, somewhere. I don't know where.
Oh, it's pretty specific for a global location.
Oh, I know he lives there. I don't know where, and I'm not outing any information by
He's
saying
not
it.
on number 1 street. He's not on Flinders Street in South Tampa.
He's at 123 Fake Street, Florida. That's what Marge Simpson said in one episode on The Simpsons. 123 Fake Street. Yeah. But anyway.
I missed that one.
It was funny.
No, just joking there, joking there.
You guys are so mean to me. That's funny. How do you actually sell art, Fiona?
Sometimes. It's more like commission.
Do you prefer art or do you prefer editing? Like, because that's a form of art, I guess. It's creative.
I think I prefer filming and editing, but I like doing art when it's not like for a certain reason, like when I can just do it for fun.
Like that background wall with the shroom.
Yeah.
Have you done a shroom?
No. No, the boys know we're going to do it at the farm, but there were no suppliers.
So, Alex, have you done a shroom? I mean, you've lived a long life, longer than theirs anyway.
Fucking touch me. No, I haven't.
Okay. Then why is there a shroom painted on your wall? What does that mean?
That's not a shroom.
It's a mushroom, isn't it?
No, it's...
What is it, a toadstool? A phallic object? Stop it!
Alex mainly have been into like psilocybin and its meaning in relation to life.
Here's something to educate your viewers, because I think a few of them are in need of education. Did you know that Santa Claus is actually a mushroom? That's a true fact. So the Amanita muscaria, it's a hallucinogenic mushroom.
The red and white one.
The big famous red and white one. So it's that one just there.
Yes, but I don't think that's true. Santa Claus was a Polish guy or a Turkish guy from a saint from some time ago.
No, not St. Nicholas, not from Germany. No, absolute falsehoods. Even Jordan Peterson talks about the idea that Santa Claus was a mushroom. Educate yourselves and look it up. Fiona, did we publish that article anywhere?
I'm not sure.
I wrote an article on it. There you go, Dee. You can talk about it next time, how Santa Claus is actually a mushroom. And there's a good chance actually that Jesus Christ is a mushroom as well.
Dang, stop it. Don't be blasphemous.
Yeah, he was. Look up, what's the guy's name? One of the original translators of the Dead Sea Scrolls, one of the 4 guys, who was the only non-Christian to do the translation. He was the only one who actually translated the whole thing. He actually wrote a book called The Mushroom and the Cross, I believe it was, in which he actually lays out the case that the Bible is a thinly veiled account of an ancient fertility cult centered around the mushroom because of its kind of hallucinogenic powers. It thought of itself as, this cult thought that the mushroom gave kind of basically birth to human consciousness and all those type of things. But essentially that Jesus Christ was a mushroom.
So Jesus was a mushroom. He didn't actually die on the cross for our sins. He's just plantation, a vegetable.
Well, what's more likely, dear? That he came back to life from the dead, or that he was a mushroom?
That he came back to life from the dead, because we need salvation. We're so sinful.
Yeah, but we also need more mushrooms. Like, need is subjective in that sense.
I understand.
Like, what's more likely, that it was a story, or that a person actually physically came back from the dead? I
mean, in terms of likelihood,
take that on notice, dear.
You're so annoying.
Yeah, this is the wrong time to have that discussion.
But it's interesting. I will look into it. I'll look into the Santa thing more than the Jesus being a mushroom.
John Allegro is the guy. Look it up. John Allegro.
Allegro?
Correct. He got blackballed by the church.
Who's that McKinnon guy, Alex? He talked about.
And then there's Oh,
Peter McKinnon.
Terence McKenna.
Terence McKenna. He's the other guy you need to listen to about the cross. He was the one who basically penned a stoned ape theory. So there you go as well.
Hang on.
No, that's not how you spell it. Nah, MCKENNA, I think. Or MACK. Something like that. McKenna. It's not Scottish or anything.
MACKANAGH?
No GH.
Oh.
McKenna.
Okay, so
MCKENNA.
Literally, I'm just going to Google it.
Oh my god.
I googled it. It's MCKENNA.
Yeah,
okay, easy. Well, that's easy. Okay, that's far easier. Sorry, I was complicating it. All right, well, I'll let you guys go now. I think we've gone for over an hour with the original one, and then with the second one, I'll re-upload it to my YouTube channel once it's available to me. Next week, guys, I have Ricardo Bossi's wife on my show. We're going to talk about multiple sclerosis. It will be here on Resolute TV.
Nice.
Yes, and I'll see you guys really soon. We're going to be neighbors. Well, at least we're going to be, no, we're not really. It's going to be at least 30 to 40 minutes apart from each other. But still, I'm leaving this place, and I'll miss my niece and nephew, but I'll come back often. So, yes.
Just get your own kids there. It's easy.
Hey, I still want to visit my beautiful niece and nephew. You should see photos of them. They're so cute. But
a lot of people say that about their nieces and nephews, and then you look at pictures and you go,
do you know why my niece is cute?
Doctor should have given them some advice.
No, my niece is cute because she's so big. She's so much chubbier than all the other kids, and chubbiness is so cute, in my opinion. I think the chubbier the kid, the cuter. That's just my opinion. The skinnier the kid, the more fragile looking. What?
Just joking. That was mean.
No, that's okay. Did you make a joke about me last year being a chubster?
No, Fiona.
Oh, about your sister. That's all right. We were chubsters together.
Fair, I was also chubby at that stage.
So have you all had a chat? Have you all had that moment? Have you all been chubby at one stage?
The only one who hasn't is Alex.
So Alex he's the fit one.
I'm just a V8 engine. Just bang. Pure power and velocity.
Pure power and velocity.
Yeah.
700 horsepower. 1,000
pure kinetic energy.
Running on that Steinberg diesel.
Steinberg.
No.
There is a story at the moment going on about Australia and petrol. Like, we only have one petrol left or something like that. I'm not good at explaining it, but yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys.
We have a singular petrol.
We have one single
not enough for everyone. First investors to get the petrol.
Well, it's just getting bad. Like, if we really look into things, like I spoke to Ricardo's wife today on the phone. She said that Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria all have a detention centre, a COVID detention centre, but people are not aware of the ones in New South Wales. They're only aware of the ones in Victoria. So that's scary. It's scary times ahead for a lot of us.
What's that got to do with petrol?
Nothing. It's just that I don't have the specific information to give out on that. All I know is that
apparently there is in the news. There's stuff about a fuel shortage. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and that we're only getting fuel from one. We're only buying it from one location now. Yeah, I went to a different topic because it was still along the same lines of scariness. But yeah,
that's all right. But in fairness, I haven't seen fuel this cheap in a long time. So
that's true too. Yeah, so I could be wrong.
So someone's fibbing.
They should just come out with it.
Just get out with it. Scooby-Doo them.
Yeah. I'm sad your brother Andy couldn't be a part of it, but he probably should have got. Well, you know, the missing sibling, your sister's twin.
There's only ever been 3 of us.
Well, it is what it is. I'll let you guys go.
In fairness, Fiona and Andy share half a brain each because that's how the embryos work.
It was when they split. Yeah. Too bad you guys didn't come out conjoined. That would have been cool. I'd have like a conjoined friend.
You could have better twin powers. You can join. You can feel everything the other person feels.
Telekinetic powers.
And Andy's bisexual as well.
Yeah. Exactly. Andy probably wouldn't have minded Fiona going through that bisexual phase. It would have been more for him. But Fiona's he's not gonna like when Fiona finds a husband.
Yeah, I think that's a twin thing, the jealousy thing.
Especially with one body. He's just having Couldn't do nothing about it.
Taking it too far. Taking it
For
too
what?
far now. For one body. Ew.
disgusting.
Okay. I made the insinuation, and now it's gone too far.
Yeah, come on, Dale.
Come on, dear. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for doing this live show with me. I can't wait to catch up with you guys when I'm there. Let's go to a pub like we did last time and hang, because I can hang. Okay. Even though I'm like, oh, I don't know. That was cringy, wasn't it? and let's not invite Reg. Just kidding. If we're going into a Mad Max style world due to lack of petrol, I'll be driving sweethearts, crushing a Prius. Sounds pretty damn.
Great
based.
cars. Hey, what you do? Why don't you go to Reg?
Stop it.
Oh, I think that's a soft spot.
No, well, of course it's a soft spot. Reg is a good guy, but I mean, stop it. Like, stop pushing that idea. That's.
Why? What's wrong with it? Reg is a good guy. What's wrong with Reg?
It's a lovely guy. Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
what's wrong with Reg?
Reg is a great guy. Everyone, Reg is awesome.